right, we're here with Jacob Moore, class of 2020.
Yes, sir.
Right-handed pitcher, correct?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Currently at LSU Eunice.
Yes, sir.
Jacob, tell us what your expectations are this year for you guys at Eunice.
Our expectations this year, obviously LSU Eunice, we got, I think, like 6 or 7 national championships already. So anything less of a national championship with this team that we got this year would be a fail in our eyes. So, like, we're obviously one for a national championship this year.
Well, I think that kind of goes hand in hand with the dugout you're standing in because obviously the current Titans, the 2023 version, they have their eye on that championship game in Sulphur. Sounds very similar to kind of the mentality that you guys have over at Eunice.
Yeah, the team that Lakeshore has this year, I can for sure see them winning all this year, bring the first state title to our school for baseball.
Now, if you've seen our previous alumni interviews, you mentioned the team this year. We a lot of times will flash back and talk about your team,
yeah,
the 2020 team.
Yeah, that's really cool to hear.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about kind of, what happened to you guys.
Our team, we got really close. So it was like 8th grade year. We played over at Montleon. We were really close together. And all throughout high school, we were always told, like, hey, as y'all get older, like, this is going to be y'all's team. And then senior year, we were super excited for that. We were so close together. We started season out unbelievable. And we were really thinking, like, Sulphur all the way, state title. And then COVID comes and kind of just messes it all up. So
now, obviously that had to be a huge letdown. You guys had high expectations. I know you were able to come back that summer, playing the American Legion. You guys did well.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We needed that.
Yeah, and it was great for the current Titans team because they were there watching you guys.
Yeah, that was really cool. We got really close to the younger kids, and some, like, I wanted to do my senior year. Whenever I was younger, like freshman, sophomore, I wasn't really like close with the seniors. And so my senior year, I really wanted to get close to these kids, like really show them, like, hey, this is going to be y'all's, like, this is y'all's team. So I feel like that's what we really did that summer. And we helped out a lot of those, like, younger kids who are now seniors.
Well, and I agree with you, and I would imagine, and you would probably see that you guys have set the culture for this program.
Yeah, that's really cool to see.
As we were talking off camera, look around. Have you ever seen this place look this good in January?
No, I've never seen it like this. It's beautiful right now.
We talked about the new locker room. What do you think about that?
The locker room's sweet, dude. I wish we had that.
I mean, it's a college.
It's genuinely a college type locker room.
And the current team's going to get credit for it.
Yeah.
But realistically, you guys planted these seeds 3-4 years ago
for
your 2020 team.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully the 2023 team will pay it forward.
I can for sure see him going to Sulphur.
So let's now talk about your road to Eunice.
Well, I got kind of a crazy road. It was a long story. So senior year, I committed to LSU Eunice. I didn't really like tell anyone or like let that many people know because I didn't feel like I really like did enough here to like deserve it. But it was cool. I was going to go to Eunice. Senior year, finally start playing. I'm pitching really well. COVID comes, just knocks us completely out. And I was kind of down in the dumps. I was like, I don't know if I really want to keep playing baseball no more. COVID comes. And, like, I didn't pick up baseball for a while once COVID hit. I'm like, you know what? Called Eunice. I'm like, hey, I don't think I'm going to come here this year. I'm going to, like, hang up the cleats. Went to Mississippi State my first semester freshman year. And whenever I was there, I was really enjoying it there. It was a lot of fun, but I'm like, I just miss playing baseball. I texted my dad one day. I'm like, hey, I think I miss playing baseball. As soon as I texted him, he was all on board. It was just like that. So second semester, I come back home, and Coach Chris set up a bullpen with me to go throw in front of Southeastern's coaches. And a week before then, I was throwing a bullpen, seeing how everything felt. Everything felt really good. And then I tore my UCL, that bullpen. I called Southeastern's coach. I let him know. And he was just like, all right. So I was like, dang, that's not very cool. But called LSU Eunice back. I'm like, hey, I want to get back into baseball. I've been working out. But thing is, I just tore my UCL. And we talked about it. And they say you can come back next year. I was like, obviously, I'm going to do that. And so that first semester, my sophomore year, my first like semester at LSU Eunice, it was bad. Like I had zero confidence. I came back like a month too early from my UCL surgery because in my head it was either start pitching in October and 100% getting redshirted, or like start in August and like give myself a fighting chance to not get redshirted. And I was terrible. My fastball might have touched like 84, and I had zero clue where it was going. And there's a lot of times where I'm like, what am I doing? Like, why did I come back to this? So, but now, I stuck it out. This is my second year at LSU Eunice, and I had a really good fall this year. I'm expected to be our closer, so I'm super excited for this year.
It's kind of amazing how you go through those ups and downs. You always probably heard, you played for Coach Steve, Coach Chris, how they always talked about baseball's like life.
Yeah.
There's ups, there's downs. You've got to be able to battle through the turmoil and the controversy, and it sounds like you did that.
There's plenty of times where I'm like, I'm done. I'm not coming back. But for some reason, I woke up, went to practice, and I just kept coming. And I kept telling myself, like, hey, like, stick it out. Like, you've gone through so much. Like, that second semester my freshman year was, like, one of the hardest times of my life because it was, like, wake up. I was in this little brace, couldn't move, couldn't really do anything, go to rehab. And rehabbing for elbow injury, it's just miserable. They're pushing, they're, like, doing all that stuff. It's just not fun. So I'm like, you went through all this, like, you're not going to stop now. So that's what I just kept telling myself. And thank God I didn't stop because I'm super excited for this year.
Yeah, so you think you got a legitimate shot to land at a 4-year D1 after this year?
Yes, sir. I really do think so.
What have you developed? You mentioned when you first kind of came off of surgery when you were at Eunice, you were throwing like 84, couldn't hit spots.
Yeah.
Where were you consistently this fall?
I was sitting about, in the beginning of the fall, it was like 88, 90, but as the fall kept going towards the end, I was sitting around 91, 93, and then topping 95. And so that was really cool.
Legit.
Yeah, that was really cool to see the 95 because if you told me I was going to hit like a 95 fall before, I was going to be like, no way. But just kept working out, kept throwing. Completely changed up my arm path, arm slot, everything.
So kind of in wrapping up, Jacob, is there anything you want to tell this class, the 2023 team, piece of advice for this season, maybe for the guys, where they're probably going to have 3, 5, 6 guys that go play in college after this? Any piece of advice because you've been through it?
College baseball is hard. It's a job. You wake up, for position players, or at least on our team, they wake up 6 a.m. morning list. Then you got to go to class. Then you got to eat. You got to make sure you're still eating. Then as soon as you're done eating, you go to the field, practice for about 2 to 3 hours each day. Then after that, you go back and there's like nothing really to do besides schoolwork, go sleep and do it all again the next day. It really is a job, but it's a fun job. Like, I wouldn't trade anything in the world for it.
What do you like most about it? Do you like the actual baseball aspect of it, or do you like the guys?
So in Eunice, we live in these on-campus apartments, so it's really awesome. It's like one building, the whole baseball team lives in it. We all keep our doors unlocked. It's really cool. You can just walk into any room, just like go in their living room, watch TV, watch movies with them, play games with them. So being with the guys, that's really fun. It's like we got about 45 guys on our team, and we're all like, this year, it's insane. We're all super close to each other. So then there's that. Then the actual baseball aspect of it, that's a lot of fun. We got a really good team this year. We should win a lot, and winning's really fun. So,
here's something too that we'd love to touch on. You talk about how good the baseball is, how much baseball you play. Why don't you tell these guys exactly how good the players are, and especially some of these younger kids, the freshmen, sophomores. You always hear them talk about, I want to go D1, I'm going D1.
Yeah.
Do they have any idea how good the talent is?
There's this stigma where it's like D1 or bust. No, I'm not going JUCO. That just seems like a waste. We have every single guy from our team last year that was eligible to move on went D1. Like, if they want to go D1, every single one of them went D1. And so JUCO, I love JUCO. Like, you get there, you're in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing to do except for school and baseball. And the talent there is insane. We got D1 kickbacks on our team. Like, we got a guy from University of Iowa. And it's not just like you're playing with your guys close to you. We got kids from Australia on our team. We got kids from New York, Canada. We got kids everywhere. And, like, JUCO ball, if you're not ready to go D1, JUCO ball is great for you because, like, they get you in shape. They show you how college baseball works. And the talent there it's top level. Like, there's plenty of guys. Every single team you play has plenty of guys that will go D1 afterwards. So,
well,
I like
awesome.
JUCO
Jacob
ball.
Moore, class of 2020, Lakeshore High School. We appreciate you coming out and spending some time with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.